Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 104. We back in here, man. I'm Michael Flicks.
I'm Red, also known, and we forever say your auntie's favorite nephew.
That's the flyest tagline, I swear it is. And we got a special guest, my homegirl Kayla, Sunshine. How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Had you on Why You Always Whining, probably about a year ago. You did 2 episodes, right?
I think I only did that one. Yeah, I think we only did
Yep, you're right. You did the 1 episode. That's right. That's right. I thought you were on the first, but you're right. Yeah, you just did that.
Yeah, I think you had the other coochies up there.
Yeah, that's right. Been trying to get y'all up here. We're gonna make that happen soon now.
He's up here one day.
But yeah, I other than, been wanting to have you on the podcast for a while, we got some a couple topics that we definitely wanted a woman's perspective and point of view on. And from seeing you online and also having you on the wine show, you're definitely a very strong opinionated. So it's gonna be.
Well, I feel like I'm in the hot seat. I'll be honest.
Oh no.
As long as y'all don't bully me, cause.
Oh, never that.
I fight back.
I was about to say, and we know how you give it up, so we know how you give it up. Nah, we'll never bring you here to bully you.
I only took a couple shots, so I ain't even gonna get to. And I looked at the topics. I shouldn't even ruffle no feathers.
Yeah, we're gonna be good. I can't lie. I seen y'all familiar with the comedian T.K. Kirkland?
Yeah.
Whenever he goes on like a show where there's like a woman, or he has a woman on his show, he always has flowers for them. And I planned to have some flowers for you today, but I was running late and then I didn't get to stop.
So. You just tell me how much you love me and you could just give me my flowers. Like that counts.
You know what? I plan to start with that. I've been watching your, like, I don't know if it's fitness journey is the right thing, but you be killing them in the gym. Like you be, especially with you doing the modeling now too. Got a lot going on these days.
That's just like things are just like people reaching out like, hey, I want to shoot. Like, sure. Like, not a model, but sure. But yeah, like, it's just, I don't know. Like, the other day, I met someone at a yoga class, because I've been trying to, just be a little bit more outgoing. And she was asking me, like, what do you do for work? And I'm just sitting here listing every little type of gig that I possibly do. I'm like, well, let's see. I do logs, I train people, I do naked sushi modeling, I do event curated, like, I'm like bartending if you need me to bartend your events. Like, I'm like, girl, I do it all. So it's just like, and it's like, honestly, out here you got to. But it's just like, in general, like, just being like a versatile being and everything like that. Like, I don't know, but this fitness journey, that I would say that, yeah, that's been the root of my why for probably at least 2 serious years. I've been in the gym about 3 years, but 2 serious years. First year, I'm playing in a people gym, but eventually, like, it caught on where I was like, yeah, so. Yeah, man.
I'm glad you mentioned it because it made it easier for me to speak on it. The naked sushi modeling. How did that come about? And tell me more about that. Because when I see you doing it online, I'm like, most times you look comfortable, but sometimes you look like this could be a bit much.
Okay, I'll start with the first part. So, on Black San Diego, I was in a Facebook group, pretty much, I'm pretty sure all of us are probably in that. And Chef Kayla, she had posted, I guess her naked sushi model had dropped out. And so she needed a last minute naked sushi model, and she was like $50 an hour. I was like, shit, I'll do that. Like, whatever, love my body. So I did that, and it was like, I worked with her, like, so that was maybe like 3 years ago. It was the first gig that I did with her, and then I didn't do it for another year, but then she reached out again and was like, hey, can you do this? And so I've done it a couple times since then. It's just but now it's I want to branch out so that people know hey, I do this, so I don't have to always work with her, which I love working with her, don't get me wrong, but it's just in general, it's not a lot of people that are comfortable doing it. So if that's something that people are looking for a model for, I want people to know hey, I also do naked sushi modeling. So I did that, and honestly, the most uncomfortable situations, I would say, okay, there's been some times where people I don't mind if people ask me if they can eat the sushi off of me. You know what I'm saying? To me, just as long as I can be kind of prepared for that, and especially if it's going to be a piece of sushi that's on my titty. You know what I'm saying? Because for those who might not know, naked sushi modeling, I'm wearing a pair of nude thong, a nude thong and pasties or whatever. So, but just in general, there's been that, or I've done a couple, it was comedy shows. So it's not that I was uncomfortable, but it's while I'm laying on the table, of course they're going to be telling jokes about me laying on the table. So imagine having sushi on you and you're trying not to laugh and everything like that. I feel those were the most challenging gigs that I've done so far, but it's all been chill because it's honestly, it takes more time for them to lay the stuff on me than it does for people to come up and grab the sushi. So it's like I'm only on the table maybe 20, 30 minutes max. Like, so it's always fun. Like, it started with I was like, I'm gonna do it for the plot. Like, it just turned into like where it's like I enjoy this shit. Like, it's fun.
You encounter any like creepy dudes?
Honestly, not really. What's crazy enough is like, remember how I said like where I kind of have been where people haven't asked my consent before, you know, eating off of me and stuff like that. It's been lesbians. It's been lesbians. It's been them. Men have been completely respectful. It's been lesbians, surprisingly enough. So yeah, they've been the ones that's been a little off-putting for me, where I'm like, and I think even but what's crazy is the one that I'm like thinking about in particular. It was like years later or whatever. Ran into her at the club. She like literally apologized. She was like, and it was just crazy because like for me, I didn't think like to me I was like the reason why I kind of like let it kind of not slide, but just didn't even make a big deal out of it was because I was like, she don't know no better, like type shit. But it was just like years later seeing her, and she like came up to me and was like, hey, I just want to let you know, like I was like a little out of pocket that day, like blah, blah, blah. And that meant a lot. Like I was like, we're good. Like, so like that meant a lot too. So shout out to her for, you know, acknowledging that.
Apologies go a long way.
Man, I always say it's the acknowledgement. Like, as long as you can admit out your mouth what you did, like that's the first step for me. Because apologies, sometimes they be empty. But you being able to say I was wrong, like that's, you know.
That's, you know what, I rock with you on that.
Yeah.
I rock with you on that. My guy Red, what you been up to, man?
Man, out the way, bro. You know, I don't even be in the city like that. I've been just out, Temecula, LA area, really just exploring, trying to get my name out there, really just, cause really, yeah, seeing what else is out there.
I was at it was a brunch event, right? What was it called again?
It's not brunch and behavior. That's DT thing.
Brunch and behavior or something?
Brunch and behavior, yeah.
There we go, yeah.
It was dope, man. Like I said, it's always a good time in Temecula. Everybody shows up. They show love. It's like a melting pot, bro. Black, white, old, young. It's always a good time. DJ Black Magic, that's like my brother. He always cutting up. It's a vibe. You got to come out there.
I plan to. I started to come out on Saturday, but
it fills up. Like to see where it started, because his wife, shout out Anne Marie, is her thing with her team. But like seeing, because when they first started, I was doing the pictures for them, so I got to see it from where they started to where they are now, and it's dope. Like
that's fire.
It's dope.
That's fire.
I feel like you like kind of outgrew, or like when it comes to San Diego, so now you want to branch out where you like I already got this kind of on lock.
No,
Good
not
question.
really that outgrow San Diego, but I will say that I got a lot of love for San Diego, but we'll say photography, for example. There's 1,000 photographers out here. So you branching out, you get to meet new people and then see what else is out there, because with that, it's only so many places you can go and so many different things you can do. So you really got to be creative, even like on the entertainment side, especially on the black entertainment side. Everybody going to the same spots, like hosting wise. I mean, there's a whole different behind the scenes because of that, but I'm just saying, it's only so much you can do in San Diego.
Before it gets redundant in this, yeah.
Because like I said, me and you both photographers, we got different styles and stuff, but like, eventually we gonna start crossing over, even though we ain't trying to step on each other's toes. We gonna all like, dang, you took that picture with so and so at that place too. Dang, I was such and such. So it's like you kind of.
You know what's funny? You say that. I worked at the last R&B block party, and then I got a spot that I stay at when I worked downtown on 4th. Actually, the same spot you came to us on the wine show. And right when I got there, I ran into one of my other friends that's also a photographer here in town, and had my backpack, and he had his camera in his hand. He was like, "What's up, bro? What you on?" I was like, "Well, I'm just getting off work." He was like, "Oh, where you was working at?" And he said it like, not like I'm stepping on his toes, but like, "Oh, there's like, where else is there to work out here? Like put me on," type of thing. I was like, "Well, I was at the R&B block party." He was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Where you finna be at?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm finna be at he was kind of like hesitant to tell me, you know what I mean? So it's like speaks to your point, like it's. You know.
But I also think too, with that too, that how you just said that, I think some people, they're afraid, like, how do I put this? I was going to say it. Some people ain't confident enough in their talent. Because they're like, if you show up, that's like me as a photographer, I know what I do. So Jesus could walk in there and be like, I'm taking pictures. I'm like, I'm still going to do my thing. And I think with some people, when new faces come in, regardless of what field it is, they're like, oh, no, hell no. What you doing over here? I've been shooting here for 20 years. Like, I've had photographers that have been shooting for 20-some years. Style ain't never changed, but then I come in with a fresh, like, I ain't even trying to take your business. But I just got a new aspect on it because I'm young and I'm newer to the game. And instead of looking at it like, oh, let me see what's popping, what's new, and they like, oh no, we gotta get him out of here. He not finna give these folks a new idea.
That's real.
So, but yeah, and I would tell anybody that, especially me not being from here, because I'm originally from Florida. So like for me, I always like to see I like to have all my options. Like I don't want it to be set on this group or this group. Same thing with MCing. Like, okay, I did this group, but ain't nobody messing with this group over here. Let me see what they talking about. Because I feel like, too, if you really want to grow and really want to be great, as some people like to say they are, which I don't think everybody's great. Everybody likes to use that title. Then you gonna push yourself outside your comfort zone.
I can dig that. Yeah, I can dig that.
I just want to attest to that. Like, for example, Speaker Box. I'm telling you, it was like a couple months ago. I was at the Jamaican restaurant. They had flyers for an event. Guess who hosting the event? Speaker Box. When I tell you Speaker Box is in with everybody, like, he good with it. Like, he is one of those people that, like, show love.
You know, it's crazy. He might not remember it, but I remember when I moved out here in 2021, he was the first person I saw. He was MCing Vibes, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I like what you do. How I do this?" He was like, "Well, I'm a rapper," and I was like, "Well, I ain't no rapper." So I was like, he kind of gave me the game, and he's like, "Look, if you ever want to tap in, holler at me." Fast forward, I think it was like 2 years later, I started MCing, and like I say, bro, for somebody who's like real San Diego to his heart, he, out of everybody in San Diego that's born and raised in San Diego, he shows the most love to out of towners. Like, I can call bro and be like, hey, how I do this, boom, boom, boom. He doesn't look at it like a threat, because once again, him being locked in with his craft and knowing he's good at what he does, he doesn't look at an out of towner like myself, like, oh, Red finna come over here. Like, he salutes me, I salute him, and it's all love. And I think that's how we move forward. You trying to gatekeep or saying, oh no, we can't mess with them because they finna take, because how do you get better? And if you got a bunch of yes men or yes women around you that ain't never letting you get better or pushing you to be better, and they just kissing your ass, say, oh, you the greatest thing. When the real things show up, now you look crazy. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out Speaker Box.
Yeah, Speaker Box, yeah, that's good peoples right there.
Yeah.
I love Speaker Box, man. I never had a bad encounter with him. I'm sure he has had situations with people, but even the couple little mild things I've seen with him, he's trying to like handle it as peacefully as he can. Like, Speaker Box is a dope dude, man. And he could be like the mayor of the city, really.
Oh, for real though.
And I feel like, to that point, I hear a lot of people, not just in this city, but like in different cities, where I've lived in different places, and people love to say, oh, I run this is my city, I love my city. But a lot of them don't do nothing for the city. And that's the thing that always got me when I first moved out here. A lot of people, oh, this is my city, I run this. I'm like, I don't see you outside. And that don't always mean like on no tough guy stuff. It's like, I don't see you at no community events. I don't see you giving nothing to the city. You just in the club popping bottles with the so-and-so who I don't know because I ain't from here. So it's like, but yeah.
And I think that's what another thing that I think, just from observing Speaker Box and just like running into him and stuff, is I see a lot of flexers, and you know what I'm saying? If it's like, if anybody had the right to really pop their shit and be that one with the section and the bottles and the, it would be him. And he very, humble. So like, that's one of the things, like, if anybody, because I think the first time I ever even heard of Speaker Box, it was years ago. I went to a neo soul and he was performing. He only performed one song. And when I tell you them people was mad, I came to see Speaker Box perform. Like, they was going off. I was sitting there like, who is this Speaker Box? Because these people is mad. He only performed one song. So it's just like, and ever since then, when I tell you, you're going to see that man like out and about at an event, on a flyer. So yeah, voice of the city for sure.
1,000%.
So
1,000%.
yeah. So if you love your city, I'm not saying you got to be Speaker Box, but like I say, make me believe it. If you love your city.
I mean, I'm not even a Niners fan, but I was disappointed I couldn't be at his video shoot over the weekend. It looked crazy fun.
That thing
Crazy fun.
I saw IG, it was crazy.
Speaking of the weekend, I actually had my first weekend in a long time where I was in the house all weekend. Like, I didn't do, that's not true. Like, Sunday afternoon, I went, and actually I was only outside in because I went to go pick up my kids from the sitter, and she wanted more time with them. So I was like, all right, I'll find something to do. So I just hung out at Waterfront Park. But other than that,
Oh yeah, that wouldn't even really,
I mean, I invited somebody to come out. We had like a little like picnic day, play some basketball or something. Like, so I turned it into something. But yeah, and even that was like for like a couple hours. Like, and I'm saying that to say, this was my first weekend in a long time where I spent the whole weekend for the most part inside.
an intentional where I'm gonna.
Yeah, it was. Because I could, not to sound like that, but I could pretty much book work any weekend that I want. And I was like, I'm cooling, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? So it was needed too, it was dope. Friday night, I can't lie, I was like, ooh, I kind of want to bust a move. But I was like, nah, if I want to do something, I'll wait for tomorrow. And then Saturday came and I was like, I don't even feel like doing nothing. So I just sat in the house all weekend.
I ended up at, what's that, Bonita Vista? I took pictures for them on Friday. They homecoming. No, it was senior night.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who
I saw a couple of them. That was fire.
I don't know who they played, but they beat them boys down. It was like 50, I think it was like 50-7.
Sheesh.
Bonita ended up putting they backup people in there. They was just, it didn't make no sense.
I ain't been to a high school football game all year.
I ain't been to a high school football game since I was in high school. So
Really?
Bro, I'm walking in there, I'm not even from this school, I'm having flashbacks, man. You see like, you see, and it's crazy because being a photographer, you see all the little high school photographers and stuff, and of course, they see you and they think you on. I'm like, look, bro, I'm here for one person. Y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah.
There's always one lady though that like get paid. You can tell who got paid because he or she is real uppity. They always in the way. They like, I'm here. I'm paid. I'm like, get your ass out the way. Ain't nobody think about you.
I hate that. Or at the football games, and I guess I used to be one of them. But like at the football games, the prep picks and report people, like the red jackets and the red shirts.
Oh yeah.
Because they like the top dogs for high school football. So when they there, they really don't care who else is out there.
You know, I tried applying for Max Preps and they said no.
Really?
They said I got a 7200 lens. They said it was too short, and they said my pictures weren't sharp enough. They basically just ripped. But this is like early in my career. But they just ripped they was like, these three things. I was like, well, to hell with y'all.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna go out there and do what I do.
I mean, it's good to get, be able to get money from everywhere, but they don't really pay that much.
No, I see, honestly, and then going back to the whole like just photography or whatever field, like once you get in it and you know your word, you really don't give a damn. Because I'm sure you probably done seen it where people be like, I want to work, but I'm only gonna pay you this, and I said, you better pay your mama because I ain't going. I ain't going. But yeah.
Last thing I'll say about the high school games, other than just like, high school is always gonna be high school, like no matter what year it is. Like for the most part, the framework of high school is gonna be what it is. Like the biggest change for me, honestly, has been like how different the music is. No matter what school you go to now, is hip hop music, which is dope.
Oh, yeah,
but it used to be before, like I went to school in Escondido, and we had hip hop music at our games because me and my brother and my boy Jesse was like, nah, this is what we playing. But like we would go to RB or like Valley Center or certain schools, and it was like, how can y'all even get hyped to this music? But now no matter what school you go to, it's hip hop music.
I graduated 2010, and from 2010, and I think it was like, it had to be like 2 or 3 years after, they was playing that Nelly song, Harder the Champion. It was like they were playing the CD when he had that Sweat and Suit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, y'all ain't got nothing other than, bruh.
Shoot, the Hot Nelly song when I was in high school that we had on for basketball, when the high school team run out and they run around the gym a couple times, we had it wasn't the song we ran out to, but we had Air Force Ones on our CD, on our warm-up mix.
They was playing, I thought I was at a club on Friday. They were playing all of that. They were playing Future. They were playing all that YN music stuff that you be like.
What part of Florida are you from?
Gainesville area. Yeah, but
Oh, well, speaking of music, that's a good way to get into our first topic. Man, we lost D'Angelo, man. Rest in peace to D'Angelo. Tragic, man. It was one of those things where, like, I mean, most times when a celebrity died, everybody will be talking about it. But that was one of the ones when, like, soon as it happened, there was, like, everybody was posting about it.
Everybody
like, there was no escape. Like, and from all age ranges, too. Like, your mom could have talked about it, or your little sister could have talked about it, you know what I mean? Was y'all big into D'Angelo?
I definitely was familiar. Like, I was thinking about, like, one of my memories, I guess, when it comes to D'Angelo is, like, me and my uncle, like, that was, like, my best friend. He used to come over, and after work, we chop it up for hours. He playing music on a speaker. And when I tell you, we used to go back and forth, like, between the D'Angelo or the Smokey Robinson version of Cruising. Like, he'd be like, nah, I think Smokey got it. Then he'd play the D'Angelo, nah, that's the one. Then he'd play it again, like, nah. We would just go back and forth and stuff like that. So it was like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, damn, it just took me back to like that. When I'm telling you, it was like for a good month, me and him were trying to decide who had the better version. But we low-key landed on D'Angelo. Like, from, like, where I remember, that's what we had landed on. So, yeah, it was just like, man, and just like given the circumstances, like with him having a kid with Angie Stone, and she, you know, passed away just this year. Like, I don't even know how long ago it was.
I knew they had a kid together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I ain't know till she died.
Yeah, they had a kid together.
How old was the kid?
He's like at least in his 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, he grown.
Yeah, grown man. But it's just like crazy. Like, I can't even imagine what that might feel like. But, and you know what's crazy? Like today, like before I was like getting ready to come here, we was playing D'Angelo and everything. So we was like, hey Google, play D'Angelo, blah, blah, blah. And like, they just like started reading off the Wikipedia facts, and it was already saying he was and we was just like, damn, was already? Like, we was like, damn, they speaking on this nigga in past tense already. Like, that was crazy. Like, we was like, damn.
And too, you gotta think, I mean, in the entertainment industry, they probably catch wind before we do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cause I mean, not him, but like when Rich Homie Quan died, they kept changing his age. He went from 33, because I screenshotted, they went from 33 to 34, and then he went back to 33, and it was like a 33, 34, 33, like.
Yeah.
I hate that about things. Everybody just want to be first and want to be the first. Like, it's nasty. Yeah, I'm really, like I said, I mean, everyone's familiar, you know, D'Angelo's music, but I wasn't somebody that, like, I could quote off, like, lyrics and, like, know, like, names of songs and stuff like that. I just remember all the girls anyway, all the women making a big deal about that butt naked video.
Watching that before, I was sitting and I was like, can you imagine watching this for the first time? Like, when this first dropped.
But what was it? When that video come out? And like,
it had to be like 98, 99?
I can't remember what show it was. It was either on VH1. It was one of them shows they used to have back in the day. But I remember they was like, what the hell? They was like roasting it back then. Because they was like, what the hell is this? This man naked.
He knew what he was doing.
Confident ass video.
The girls wasn't roasting it. He knew what he was doing. And I remember I used to watch the Jamie Foxx show, and I remember him making fun of it. Like him like making like a parody video to it. Like remember like the fake braids he used to look on the shows back in the day and all that. He put like the baby oil on his chest and everything. It was hilarious.
Cause I think it was D'Angelo. Was it No, it was Genuine. I'm thinking Genuine. His braids never connected. His shit stopped like in the middle of his head. Boy, I can't stand folks that do that 2025. Boy, I'm like, look, take them shits out, let your shit grow, and then braid your shit. Your shit stop like in the middle. Like, come on, bro.
Interesting you say that. I saw a video of Genuine on Instagram the other day, and I was like, I think because his music was so dope, people didn't realize how corny he was. Or
See, that's the thing. He was light skinned.
I was about to say, let me not even get. I'm not gonna be.
Ain't no secret.
Now get in your bag. Get in your bag.
Ain't no secret. Look, when you light skinned in the 90s and when it was early, you get away with anything. You could literally call a woman out your name as long as you licked your lips and be like, yeah, women be like, yeah.
Light skin.
You can't do that now. They hate Drake messed it up for all of us.
You know what? Speaking of, it's not corny, but it was just like. Random off the wall stuff. Did you see the LL Cool J thing? That was like LL Cool J been a wild boy for a long time. We never.
They just be doing shit.
It's like he got a music video where he's like standing in a lake and he got on jeans and a Kango hat. He got like in another one of his music videos he's like watching a peep show like eating a fruit. It was another one where like he was getting the shape up with a hat on
when he was doing
They just be doing shit. Like they just be doing shit.
No, it's old from like the 90s and 2000s.
I was gonna say, because you know what I think with a lot of these guys, once they hit 50, because a lot of these guys, they ain't got it like they used to back, because they ain't take care of themselves. So then they think they still that sex symbol they was when they was making all them videos butt naked and stuff, and then you see them now, they look old, frail, about to fall apart.
Y'all remember that Genuine performance on 106 in Park? Where they like,
Where they wheeled him out?
yeah, where they brought him out on the stretcher and like using the
Just be
defibrillator.
doing shit. I'm trying to tell you, them light skin niggas doing shit, man. Like,
And now that they got
tracks,
social
right?
media,
It tracks.
It'd be funny trying to watch them get into that social media, because they just be, you know how like old people like Facebook, they be like, they hold the camera, be like, right here, hey y'all, this Earl.
Camera all up they nose.
We at the Waffle House. Earl got Earl, what you like, you don't give a damn about Earl? What's the famous
Earl, what you ate?
What's the famous one? This ain't got nothing to do with celebrity, but talk about old people on Facebook. You ever made a post and they say, this is my sister's oldest son. I love my family so much. Or they'll say some shit like, your cousin died. Call me tonight. Love you.
no, like the other day, my aunt had reached out to me, and I like, I don't like to talk on the phone because she country, and I think she hold the phone like this close to her mouth, so I can barely understand her. So I'm trying to like get her to understand. You gonna have to text me, auntie, like, you know what I'm saying? And the other day she texted me, hey, how are you doing? I was like, I'm good, how you doing? And she just started listening, all talking about, she was like, your uncle, he in the hospital, all this stuff. Like, you ever seen that like off of Life where he reading the letter and shit? When I would tell you, I was sitting there like, God damn, I'm sorry I asked, God damn. I'm like, I am so sorry I asked, because, jeez, I don't even know where to go from here.
It's just gonna be some small talk. Like.
Especially as a country person myself, I already know.
Yeah.
That's why
Where are you from, Kayla?
I'm from Virginia.
Okay, that's right. How long you been in San Diego?
A little over 4 years.
Okay. You like it here?
It's cool for now, but it's just like, I feel like it's a rite of passage for me to go be a country old lady one day.
I get you.
I'm young and fly and fun, we'll be out here.
I like asking the country folks if they like here. Most of them say no.
I think it's. I was actually talking to my boy yesterday at the gym. Shout out my dog Vince. He from South Florida. He from over there with Kodak and all them. But like we were just talking like being from Florida. We rock with San Diego, but we just notice in the South, it's easy. It's more open arms here. Like we've talked about numerous times, people are more standoffish. And they kind of like, I got to feel you out. And then once I feel you out, I still got to feel you out to see what you really about. Where us, it's like I think I told you on one podcast or maybe one time, like, this was the first place where I'm used to helping people regardless. This was the first place where I moved to where I was trying to help somebody out. And they like, well, what's in it for you? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh no. And then another was like, what's your ulterior motive? So I said, well, damn, let me think of one real quick. Since you think I got one, I'm like, if I'm gonna screw you over, let me think of something real quick. So I think it's being from the South per se, because I can't speak on everybody else. I can't even speak, just speaking for myself. I think it's just more so like, we embrace people more with open arms. Like if you came to Florida, we'd be like, oh, he's from Cali, okay. He don't, whatever, what's up, we here.
That's what most people have told me. They've told me, they be like, back home, like you just get respect off top. Out here, you gotta like earn people's respect.
Because I think too, and like I said, I can't speak on every individual from the South, but like we treat you as a person, it's a one-on-one. Like I treat you, like I'm not gonna see you from afar and be like, oh, he from Cali, I don't mess with them folks from Cali. It's like, I'm gonna see what you about, and then I'm gonna make my decision on how we rocking if we not rocking. Like it's not oh, he from Cali, stay over there, this Florida right here. Like some people can be like that, but like I think for the most part we just embrace people a little easier.
Leads me into a question I want you to ask y'all. How do you rank love, loyalty, and respect? Like if you had to rank them 1, 2, and 3 in matter of importance to you, how would you rank them? Love, loyalty, and respect.
You go first then.
Respect over everything.
Okay.
Because regardless of who you are and what your status is, male, female, or maybe you both, I don't know. Respect And then you said what? Love, loyalty, and love.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, if you respect me, well, you don't have to. I just say respect first, and I think with love comes loyalty. I don't think it's the other way around. With loyalty comes love. I think it's like respect, love, loyalty.
So so it sounds like you're saying you can only be loyal to something or someone that you love?
No, but I'm saying like, I'm just saying if you had to put it in an order.
Okay,
I mean, some people, they love something. But
I was just saying that because you said it comes with it.
Yeah.
Loyalty comes with love.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, if you.
I'm not debating it. I'm just trying to understand.
No. I'm saying like, it's like if I rock with you, I'm riding with you. I'm rocking with you. That means I got some sort of love for you. Cause why would I be loyal to somebody or something that I don't really rock with? But that don't always. But then too, you can have love and not be loyal, I guess. But then there's got to be some still loyalty or something because you still here, or that person or whatever. But I say respect over everything first.
And then what was number 2? I'm sorry.
Love.
Okay.
And then loyalty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I've always put respect as like number 1 because I feel like when it comes to respect, like I feel like if you really respect me, then all the other ones will follow suit. So like, if you respect me, then you're loyal. Like, you're not going to betray me, which is where loyalty comes into play. Love is a feeling. Like, I really do feel like love is a feeling. And even though I think that is like the most powerful thing to lead with in general, like expecting that from outside, anything outside of you is conditional. And so like, when it comes to love, like if we talking about a self thing, I would say self-love, self-respect, things like that. But if we're talking about anything that you're getting from an outside source, like love is conditional and at any moment. And just at the very fucking worst, the person dies. That little source of love that you were getting from that person, it comes to an end. But it's like when you think about how this person like respects you, there's certain things that they're going to do with taking you into consideration. So like loyalty is automatically going to come into play. So, and that's not even just in general. I feel like respect is, I don't think we owe everybody loyalty. We don't owe everybody, like we don't owe our love to everybody, but at the bottom line, I think we should respect each other. So I feel like whether it's a romantic relationship, a coworker, like just no matter the grand scheme of the relationship, like respect is the bottom line. Like we have to maintain as humans, human to human.
I agree. I think mine is the same as yours. For me, it's respect, loyalty, and then love. Had I answered that question, had I made that ranking like a couple years ago, or maybe even a year ago, love would have been number 2. But now for me it's respect and then loyalty and love. Because I'm thinking in any relationship, like when I was married, it was days when I felt like I didn't love my ex-wife. Like it was days when I felt like that, like whether I was upset at her, I'm dealing with something, or she did something, whatever, but I'm still going to respect her, and I'm not going to cheat just because I'm feeling away. Like, so that's where the loyalty comes in, you know what I mean? So, love can be fleeting, like, and we all have feelings, and you never know, like, what your feelings are going to cause you to maybe do or think, for sure. But if you have respect, kind of what you were saying, if you have respect and you have loyalty built into your core, then I only want people around me that have loyalty and respect built into their core. Because when you got those things built in, you're not going.
That's enough to stop anything.
Right, you're not going to backdoor nobody. You're not going to backstab nobody. You're not going to disrespect nobody. Like, if you have enough loyalty and respect for me, one of my friends could do you wrong, but the respect that you have for me is like, I want to slap this nigga, but that's Flix's boy, so I'm gonna stall him out of respect for Flix. You know what I'm saying? Like, loyalty and respect can take you so far, take situations so far. But if you don't have it, then you ain't got nothing.
Like, those are selfless acts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where you're thinking of somebody outside of yourself. And I think, like, right now, like, it's very hard for us to remember to think of other people outside of, like, this instant gratitude that we're seeking, or whatever, like dopamine rush, whatever it is that we're seeking or chasing. Like, if you really take the time to consider other people, like basic consideration, like I think that's one of the things that we we've lost sight of. Like, we really walk around feeling like the world owes us nothing and we don't owe it anything either. And it's just like, where do we go? Like, how do we, what do we work with? Like, what do we work with that?
Mm-hmm. I will say though, on loyalty, once that loyalty's broken, all bets are off. It's open season for any and everything, because I feel like, let's say we fall out, there's still a respect aspect. There's certain lines I'm not gonna cross, and there's certain lines I would expect you not to cross. But once you like cross those lines, it don't have to be just with on some dating stuff. It could be on some homeboy business type stuff. Like, you just, it's like all bets are off, and now we about to have fun. It's like, I don't owe you nothing, so now whatever. But what is, I think, who was it? Don't quote me. I think it was Bernie Mac. Faison Love. He didn't like Bernie Mac because he felt like he was copying. Dang, what's the comedian? He died. Robin.
I know who you're talking about.
Not
Bebe's kid.
Gibbons, from Bebe. Robert Gibbons. No,
dude from Bebe's kid.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Faison thought Bernie Mac
was copying him,
and then Bernie told him a line. He said, "You ain't got to respect me, just don't disrespect me." And he said, when he said that, he kind of just said, "Whoa." And I think that's part of something too. Like, because there's people I don't respect for my own personal reasons, not just because I don't like them, but I have reasons why. But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'll never disrespect them though. Like, I'll never call them out their name. I just like, I don't rock with them. But now if it goes to a point where it's like, okay, now we can lay it out there, but yeah.
There's respect even in that, because it's like, even if I don't really care for you, like, I respect you enough not to disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a dude that I don't care about disrespecting, like I might just walk straight through his chest. I don't care if I step on his shoe when I walk past him. Like, I don't care how I treat him. I don't care if there's any respect at all. But if I care enough not to disrespect you, then there's some respect in that.
Because there's been people that I wanted to cuss out, smooth out, but just because the people that we both affiliated with, I'm like, I'm not gonna disrespect because I got respect for this person. I'm not gonna act a fool wherever we at because this is yours. I got so much love for you. I'm just keep it to myself.
On the topic of respect, do you guys think a woman is disrespecting herself by getting on one knee and proposing to a man?
I don't think she's disrespecting herself. I mean, I'll let you.
We had to have a woman here for this conversation, bro. We had to.
You know, look, I just got this one quote in my head from Scary Movie where Brenda, she was like, she don't love herself.
Oh, God.
I seen her at the Diddy party. She don't love herself. That's like, I just think in general, I don't, just because like right now it's a very sticky time to even really understand the gender norms or whatever, I feel like outsider looking in, yeah, it looks ridiculous. But it's just like, we don't know the dynamics of, that relationship to where, I don't know, there's some relationships where the woman is wearing the pants, low key.
Some dudes like that.
Yeah, so I'm like saying like, so I'm not gonna go based off of like me seeing a clip because I don't know what the dynamics of their relationships. But just in general, I think right now we're in that cross where some people are still on the traditional side of things, some people are on the modern side of things, and there's some of us who are picking and choosing. This I'm doing traditional. This is modern.
That's me. I'm picking and choosing.
Exactly, and I think we have a right to do that. So, just in general, like, as a girl, like just like that girl, like where it's just like, for a man to make a choice like that is, I don't want to, like, I know this would sound bad where it's like, it sounds like an honor, but for anybody to really choose that I'm choosing you, whether it's somebody, your best friend, whoever, where it's like, I'm locking in with you, that is an honor for them to see something in you, to want to keep you around forever. And a man proposing is not, that man is hope, when he gets on that knee, he is hoping she say yes. He is hoping, like, he is like, what did she say?
I mean, it happened.
Like, so he's not just asking this question, like, with the guarantee she probably gonna say yes. Like, there are situations where men are like, I really hope she says yes. He's not asking this as a redundant motherfucking question. The question ain't redundant. Will you marry me? So I just feel like in general, to be chosen by anyone, I guess, is an honor, but in most situations, I think in relationships, if a woman rocking with you, she done already chose you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times a woman's already like, so she just kind of waiting on him to kind of like, be like, all right, I'm in the position where I know like this is where, like, that's just how things tend to fall. Not knocking how proposing to it, but I'm just saying like, I do believe in there's a reason why it's been the man proposing to the woman, like for him to get in his head and realize like what he's got. So yeah,
I can dig it. What do you think, Ryan?
I mean, I don't want no woman proposing to me. That's number one. Because if I rock with you, I'm doing it. And if it's been 5, I ain't gonna put a time limit on it. 5, 6. Once we start talking damn near double digits, and I ain't putting no ring on it, I'm probably not putting a ring on it unless we just afraid of the court system or whatever. But like,
and in that case, that's a conversation y'all had already.
do you at that point, do you feel like you're just kind of being content if it gets to that point? Because it's just like, if you're not putting a ring on it, then are you looking to get married ever? Because if you still using this person as a placeholder, then
well, for first,
your wife definitely ain't coming nowhere soon.
I ain't never been in a relationship, a 10-year relationship. So, but like,
I have, and I married her.
I mean, but I've been saying, like, you, especially in the black family, you hear like 10, 20, 30. You like, damn, auntie.
I married her well before 10 years. I don't know how that sounded. I don't know how that sounded.
Going back to the if a woman proposed, like, I feel like you said, we don't know the dynamic, but then it's also like, if he ain't made that push, maybe you should reevaluate. Like, maybe he's not trying to, like, I guess it just depends, but like, because some people, I feel like going back to the men, you saying men, like, they hope the woman say yes. Something clicked in my head, because I know people that, like, they want to get married out of desperation. If I ask her to marry me, I can lock her down, like, right now. I don't really want to marry her right now, but I need you to say, or baby,
this is what she's wanting.
Baby, I messed up. I cheated on you like 10 times, but I know you finna leave me on the 11th time. So go ahead, let's put it down. I'm gonna cheat on you on the 12th time, but hey, we here.
The wedding ain't coming no time soon. Right.
I know
but you got a ring on it.
But now I was asking because it seems like it's something that's happening more and more. I seen two. I mean, and granted, you never know what's real or fake or what's the truth on online, especially on social media. But I seen on Instagram, so the first one I seen, the girl was like, it would look like they got like had a photographer and everything. The girl was on one knee holding the ring, and the dude like had his hands in his face like a girl would. And then literally, I already had that written down. I wanted to come in and talk about it, but literally, I think I might have been sending you the post so we could talk about it. And then I seen another one where the girl, I don't know if it was like whose birthday party it was, but it looked like it was a party, and she proposed, like, he didn't know it was coming. And he did not look happy about it. Like, she got down on one knee and proposed, and he's standing there like,
I mean, you had Jimmy and Chris, Jim Jones and Chrissy, like, she proposed to that man on live, like, national television on live.
Jim Jones, he 50 still outside.
And they still ain't got married, and I know I ain't watched.
Jim Jones ain't getting married. He's still 50 some years old talking about we outside on the block.
Yeah, so it's just like little. Okay, so if we talk about that, like, when it comes to even making a relationship exclusive or anything, do we feel like that a man should be the one that also does that, or should it be like just a mutual conversation? Or because I know a lot of women, they wait on the man to make even the relationship itself official. Like, are y'all comfortable with a woman asking you to be her boyfriend? Like,
no. I don't want a girl asking, can I be your girlfriend? No. If she's ready for that, then be like, all right, like, we've been doing it. Like, literally, the last girl I dated, that was how it happened. She was like, all right, like, we've been doing what we've been doing. Like, I like you now. Like, or like, are we finna make this exclusive? And I'm full transparency. I was like, I wasn't trying to do that. And she she was like, all right, I'll put it to you like this. She was like, I like you so much that, like, all this like hand holding and all these like cutesy stuff we doing, I don't want you doing that with nobody else. How would you feel if you saw me the way we move outside? How would you feel if you saw me outside with somebody else? Would you like that? And I was like, nah. She was like, so what we doing? I'm like, yeah, we can go ahead and be exclusive. I'm cool with that. But if she was to ask me like, hey, can I be your girlfriend? I'd be like, whoa. Like, no, we're not doing that. But a mutual conversation about it, yeah, I'm with that.
Well,
yeah, because it's like you're doing all the relationship things. And I think that's what a lot of men don't realize. It's like, I don't even understand. You're not even really afraid of commitment, quote unquote, I guess. Like, that's what or the title that they're running from. Because it's like you're literally doing everything that entails in a relationship. Like, even my homeboy, like, I'm like, you've been talking to this girl. It's October. It's coming up on a year. She is very valid in wondering what the fuck is this, bro. Like,
so fire to have a dope friend of the opposite gender, bro. So
like,
dope.
bro,
So dope.
like, I'm like, you need to figure out, cause goddamn, like, he was like, she calls me her boyfriend. Cause what the fuck else are you? Goddamn.
The difference with that is like, and I mean, probably men do it more often than women do, but even if you're doing all the quote unquote relationship stuff without the conversation, if you do see me doing with somebody else, then you can't really be so upset because we never had a conversation.
Your feelings can be hurt.
Yes.
It's like you can't help that, like that would hurt your feelings and stuff. But it's just in general when it comes to the laws that, like, you know, the rules that's been laid out. It's just like, and I'll be honest, like one time that's what one of my relationships came from. Like I found a shirt and I'm sitting here being passive aggressive. I'm laying it out on the bed, like, and everything like that. I'm going to Target for hours. He's like, something wrong? I said, whose shirt is that? It's an extra large. It ain't mine. Like I'm sitting here, all this stuff, and we was like, and then that's the conversation. Now in hindsight, I don't think I ever want to start a relationship off of nigga I found this shirt. Well, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in hindsight, no. But literally that's how it started. And it was just like, well, I don't know what we're doing. Well, I don't know what we're doing either. Well, I like you, like, and it's just like, it's so childish. It's so childish. And it's just like, in general, I think going into relationships is very hard to be very upfront and about what your intentions are without hurting someone's feelings, and then also understanding like your intentions could change. You know what I'm saying? Like your intentions could change. Like, yeah, I said I wasn't looking for nothing serious, but it's like we rocking with each other for a little bit. So it's like I think it's okay to do some little check-ins along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But also don't waste your time. Have them conversations. So like as a man or a woman, like you're not leading me to nowhere, bro, because
I think the lack of check-ins is where feelings get hurt and where people feel like their time was wasted.
Feelings gonna get hurt, but clarity, like, man.
I actually had to tell one of my homegirls a couple months ago. She was like, "Flix, I'm just so scared of like getting my feelings hurt." I was like, "Well, my nigga, you gotta stop dating then." Because like when we date, and especially like boyfriend and girlfriend, but even before that, like any long-term dating, like you're giving someone the power to hurt you. Mm-hmm. Like that's literally what dating is. Like you're opening yourself up, you're being vulnerable, you're telling this person exactly who you are, which gives them the keys to push all, or they know all the buttons to press. Mm-hmm. They know exactly how to offend you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you're literally opening yourself up to be hurt. And so if you don't want to be hurt, then you shouldn't date, because it's going to happen.
Yeah, it takes a level of vulnerability to be in any, or even if you want, like, to have something of depth, you're gonna have to be like vulnerable, and men are women. So, and I feel like men are a little bit more guarded when it comes to that. Like a woman, she might be guarded if she's fresh out of something that was hurtful or whatever, or, you know, she might have some trauma and everything. But I think men in general, like, in any of y'all's relationships, even like y'all might have like one close friend that y'all might be completely vulnerable about what y'all, if y'all got that, like where y'all feel completely, where somebody that you might feel comfortable crying to, like, you know, but it's just like where that, like, vulnerability is where connection is like built, and or disconnection, like, you know what I'm saying, but it's all necessary.
This bumped into a pretty solid question, I think. How many people, and I'll answer as well, how many people do you guys have that you can be completely vulnerable with?
I got a few people. But the thing about me, though, I'm very open. Okay. So I really base my vulnerability on, it really depends on which friend or relative I'm talking to, who's gonna understand more. Okay. Like, not necessarily, I'm not calling you or talking to you for you to agree with me, but it's like, depending on what it is, like, I'll use my uncle, for example. My uncle been there, done that, you know what I'm saying, done traveled, been all around the world, so I can go to him with a lot more life things versus where I go for my mom. My mom's always gonna be that motherly type thing, but when I'm talking about real world, real deal, I'm in a jam. This, and this, I know he gonna give me that energy or that advice that I need. So I think, yeah, about it, like, but then too, I think sometimes people think I'm being vulnerable when I'm just saying what happened. Like, if I say, like, I remember, like, it was like 2 years ago, I was stressed out. Like, I keep it real. Like, I was so stressed out, like, I was having nosebleeds. And I just finally, like, I just had, like, my breaking point. And I, like, broke down and was crying, all this extra shit. And I was telling people about it, like, yeah, I had my breakdown. Because to me, I'm like, it happened, moved on, whatever. Everybody was like, damn, dog, that was deep, bro. I appreciate you telling me that, bro. And I'm like, bro, I told my coworker that shit. But I'm saying, like, so I guess it depends.
Vulnerability is like giving, just want to quote my homeboy Kovu, he says, like, when you're vulnerable, that gives other people permission to be vulnerable. And sometimes people are looking for that, especially where we're trying to, you know, and everything like that. So that's probably where the appreciation came from.
See, and me, I don't think about it because sometimes, like I say, I feel like as an individual, you got some stuff you should want to, or you don't have to. You keep yourself. You got stuff you might tell your mom and them, your girl, your boyfriend, whoever, your friends, and then so like. But I think just for me and my circle, sometimes I'm just so raw. They like, damn. And to me, I'm just like, oh no, that was just the surface. I just gave you the surface of it. But yeah, I guess to answer the question, I got a couple people.
They probably gonna feel away hearing this. But I know, I absolutely know that I can be vulnerable with both of my brothers. I'm in the middle. I got an older and a younger brother, but they're not on my list of people that, like, when I need to get something off my chest, they're not on my list of people that I'll call. My little brother, me and him speak pretty often, and I think just because he's my little brother, he's only 3 years younger than me, but like I can vent to him about anything, and I do, but he doesn't like offer feedback. He just like is there. He's just like he just lets me get it off. Yeah. And then my older brother, he's pretty good with advice, but for whatever reason, like there's been no beef, no issues or nothing, but just like over for the last like few years or so, he and I just haven't been as close as we were when we were younger. So for me, like I got 3 people, and 2 of them are girls. My homegirl Sarah B, my homegirl Jaleisha, and then my guy EA. So I got 3 people that I can. I'm so thankful for that too, because I be calling them and unloading for sure. But yeah, I got 3 people, and it's dope. It's dope to have that too. And I'm that person for all 3 of them as well. I like to think I am. But yeah, I got 3 people. 3 people. But and I'm sorry, before you go, I love that. I mean, it would be dope if I had just 1, but I love that 2 of those people are women that like hold me accountable and like tell me how it is. Like both Sarah and Jaleisha have told me times, and like I remember one time like I was like, ooh, I'm sharing so much right now. I remember I was showing Sarah a text conversation that I had with a girl, and she was like, "You're an asshole," and I was like, she was like, "You know I love you. Like you're like one of the like my favorite people." She was like, "You can't say that to her." Like, and I was like, "What you mean?" She was like, "Nah, like," but I'm saying that to say like my people, they hold me accountable. They tell me like that's wrong, that's right, like do that, make that left. Like I got dope people in my life. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So.
When I think about like somebody, like the only person I could really think of where I could talk to about anything would probably be my father. And it's like really because like my dad, like right now, he's like incarcerated and stuff like that. He's battled like a drug addiction and everything like that. And it's not like I'm trying to shit on his situation, because like my dad is like the smartest nigga I know, my favorite person in the world. But it's just like there's a lot, like when we were establishing our relationship, I was almost about to turn 18. And so it was like from a space of where it was like, you can't tell me, like, you can't, like, you better come to me as human to human, like, you know, adult to adult. So like we built our relationship on a respect level, like from adult to adult. And it's like a lot of stuff, like that man cannot judge me on just based off of his story. So he has to like kind of have a little bit more, like, you know, so there's like when it comes to anything, like that's the person that I can talk to, where I know, like, for instance, there was one time, like, I was in, it was like a little domestic little situation and everything like that. And like, I knew I couldn't tell anybody because otherwise people would be like, oh no, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, nah, this was like a little riff, like whatever. Not that I'm making excuses for the situation, but I knew my dad would be level-headed and not even, which he would acknowledge as himself, like being in situations where he's been like committed domestic violence and everything like that. I knew he would be able to, like, I could talk to him about the situation and he wouldn't be on some like being that dad being like, oh nah, like this nigga like da da da, like nah nigga, because you've laid hands on a woman, so you can't be like you know what I'm saying. So like even when it comes to situations like with one of my homeboys where I see how he treats women and stuff like that, I'll be like, all right, so when your daughters grow up, you better leave that bet right where the fuck it's at, because like understand, like you can't be a hypocrite and stuff like that. So I think with my dad, knowing that he is like the realest person I know and stuff like that, like I can talk to him about anything, and he's also one of the only people I respect enough to where they can tell me about myself. Can't nobody but my father tell me about myself. Like I don't want to hear shit nobody else got to say. Like this is unwarranted, unsolicited advice, you know. But my dad, that's the only person where he can check me. So, and it's like everybody needs somebody that can. You need at least one person that can check you, bro.
Absolutely. I feel like that's like the Kanyes of the world and like all like certain people that just like why he always doing the wildest? Because they ain't got nobody checking him. Yeah. Ain't got nobody checking him. That's what I think.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you got, especially when you got a lot to lose. But with this situation, like, that's one of the things I'm grateful for. Like, even with me and my dad being estranged for so long, and I'm like, if we had to go through that to get to here, like, I'm like, this dynamic we got right here, like, that can't nothing shake it. Like, this is like real respect. Like, there ain't nothing in the world I couldn't talk to that man about. I mean, well, it depends, because our phone calls are recorded. So some things I'll be like, when you get out, I'm going to talk to you about this. You know, I got some questions to ask you about this. But
when does it get out, if you don't mind me asking?
March 2027. So, yeah, we were talking today, and he was like, I'm under 18 months. So, yeah, but, yeah, this is a good time for him to, get level-headed. So, but yeah, that's the realest. That's why I'm like, don't judge nobody based off their story, their circumstances, or whatever, because I'm like, my daddy the smartest, most rawest, realest motherfucker I know, despite where he at. So,
That's dope. Got a couple. Let me see. I don't know why I closed my phone. I got a couple more for y'all. Let's see. I did have one specific that I wanted to. You know what? You was just sharing it. Let's get to it right now. I have a question for you, Kayla. In your opinion, what makes a man charming, and how could a man charm you? You don't have to answer that second part if you don't want to.
I think the first thing, it starts with confidence. Like, you got to believe in what you're selling.
Okay.
And you're trying to sell yourself to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're pitching yourself and everything like that. And confidence, I feel like in general, like, when it comes to things that, like, my attraction to people in general, like in life, where I'm like, this is a cool person, or this is a man I'm attracted to, or whatever, like, confidence is that bottom line where I'm like, they know who they are, and they walk in it, like, with their head held high and stuff like that. So, charm that, and also paying attention to the person that you're trying to charm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you actually pay a little bit of attention, like, and you're not recycling the same lines and stuff like that, because we can tell. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not using cliches and stuff, we can tell. But it's just like having a little something different. Like I was saying, there was this one guy came up to me, and I'll be honest, I never want guys coming up to me. Just leave me alone. But this guy came up to me, he was like, are you approachable? Never heard that before. I said, just because that's what you started with, yeah, we can have a conversation. He said, are you approachable? Like, that was before I even waste my time or whatever. Like, are you someone that I can, yeah. So, like, it's just little things like that, because, imagine how many hey, how you doings or whatever, like, that a man or a woman gets, like, throughout the night that they're out and stuff like that. It's like, I'm not about to have the same conversations, but that was, like, where it's like you gave me a choice. Like, I could have said no. I could have been like, nah. And he would have, it was like almost like asking consent to speak to me. I'm like, I really respected that. And I had a conversation, still chop it up with, like, that's the homie now. Like, yeah, like, yeah, and I told him, like, I lied, said I had a nigga, all that stuff, but like, that's the homie now, because it was just, like, his approach was, like, it wasn't cliche, so, yeah.
Why'd you lie to him? You just weren't interested?
It's just fun. I love, like, where you from? I'm here visiting for the weekend, I leave on Tuesday, like, it just depends on how I'm feeling, like, it's just fun, and, like, throughout the night, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I lied about that, but it's just, do it for the plot. You can be whoever you want to be for the night.
I was about to say that would be pretty interesting for me because I enjoy the chase like very much. I enjoy courting a woman. I enjoy the chase very much. Yeah, so like to get all that ain't true. I'd be like, hold on, wait.
And it'd be so funny when it's like, now that I'm comfortable with you, this is everything I lied about tonight. Yeah, by the way.
We different. See, I don't do all the I'm like, look, like at first, obviously you gotta get the normal stuff, but I'm like, what we doing? Like, let's just get what we doing. Like,
So are you a courter? Like, what is your extent of courting?
It really just depends, honestly. Like, let me think. When the last time, like, of course, you gotta do the approach, and then, like, for me, I kind of just go with the flow. Like, if I like walk up to him, hey, what's up, boom, boom, get the number, whatever. Then we get to rapping. You want to go eat, you know, and then you just fill out the vibe. Because me, I'm like, just like she trying to test me, I'm trying to test her. Like, I got to see where your mental at. Like, just how women like say, I want to see when he get drunk, I want to see when your ass get drunk. Because if you are a loose cannon, this ain't going to work. Like, I like to see, depending my next move, I like to see how the woman moves in all aspects of her life.
Yes.
With her friends,
with
me, with her homegirls, because I've talked to women to where she'll talk to me one way and it's all cutesy, and then she get over here, now she throwing shots. Hold on, why you throwing shots at me? Like, damn, hold on. Or, you know, and then it's like, oh, we roasting now. Okay, game up. You know what I'm saying? But like, you can chase a little bit, but then it's like, okay, what we doing?
Okay, so which just kind of brings back to like one of our past little topics, like, what about women approaching? Like,
I ain't tripping.
A woman pull it, like, she see you, she intrigued, like, y'all like that?
I like it.
I ain't tripping. I mean, cool. I mean, because at the end of the day, we grown. If you get a little tingle or a little rumble in your stomach, you like, damn, he looking good. I'm like, say something, because I think too, I ain't no mind reader. I'm one of them people, I'm very black and white. You have to like, okay, I get it. She interested. Cause there have been times when like, as a photographer, like, or just in general, like, cause like I said, being in a relationship, you're not shooting your shot at nobody, but like, women have like, came up to me, but like, I'm so,
You oblivious to.
and then she over there like doing this shaking and shimmy, and I'm like, I'm looking at my homeboy like, what's wrong with her? Like, that happened to me one time. That happened at a block party one time when I was upset. This girl was like, can I come on stage? I said, I don't care. She came on stage, so I'm going back to dinner, and she doing this shit, and I'm like, what's wrong with her? They like, bro, she trying to get at you. I'm like, oh, no, I ain't interested. But you know, just not thinking. I don't think she was want to come on stage and dance. I'm like, you ain't come for me, but
I like when women.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because
I mean, just like a man, like your approach has to be correct and respectful. But yeah,
but then you also got to see, like, are you really? Because like for me, this is just how my brain functions, and I think it started when I was MCing. Like, because there was like a small window when I was like single or whatever. Are you approaching me because you interested? Are you approaching me because I'm that dude? Because I've seen women pop up. Oh my God, you are so freaking cute. You look like Chris Brown. Like, I don't look like Chris Brown, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they throw all this little cutesy shit. You put the number out. You give her the number. Now all the women that's saying it, so now they like, you done shot all them to hell. Then you hit up the next day, like, what's up with it? Oh, I got somebody. So what the hell was all of that? I just wasted my one lifeline on your tired ass because you saw that I was that dude, and you just felt like, which, okay, but don't lay it on so thick. Like,
yeah, and I feel like that's one of the things, like, as men, y'all probably have to be on the lookout, is just in general, like, women being attracted to you for status, money, power, things like that. It happens.
I had a. Did I tell the story on the podcast? I had a weekend where I worked a block party. You know, when I'm I'm on stage, I'm dancing, like, you know what I'm saying. And then so that same night, I met my boy EA that I just mentioned. Him and some of his friends had a section at Omerta. So I go there, and I knew one of the girls that was working behind the bar. And so as soon as I come in, I don't pay. I give the girl a hug. I don't pay, and I get a shot for free. And then I just walk into a section where, like, it looked pretty lit, so I'm in there, right? And then the next day, I was back downtown in a section again the next night, right? And then I'm talking to, I won't say who I was talking to, but one of the homies said, he was like, yeah, bro, I'm at this baddie. I'm at her house right now, da-da-da-da. He was like, bro, I'm passing out. And she's talking on the phone, and her friend on speakerphone said, oh yeah, that's one of Michael Flix's friends. He was like, bro, I'm about to pass out. He's like, and I hear your name, so I jump up, and the girl had like flipped like the FaceTime video around, like showed my friend. He's like, oh, that's one of Michael Flix's friends. And he started asking, like, bro, who is that? Like, who is that on the phone? And the girl is thinking that my friend is trying to get the friend that's on the phone. But he's like, no, I'm trying to figure out who just said my friend's name. And so the girl that he been spending time with won't tell him who the girl is. So he calling me, he like, bro, I seen the friend, she cold, you might want to get at her, but like, anyway, he's like, yeah, bro, I finally figured out who the girl was. And the girl was like, oh yeah, I was at the last party he was at. He was all on stage and all the girls was liking him. And then he went to the club and walked right into the section. So he got to be somebody. And then he was like, yeah, this nigga look lit. I want to go on a date with him. I want to see what a date with Michael Flix would be like. And it was like, I mean, granted, you probably think I'm a little bit handsome because you see me out, but you don't want to get to know me. You think I'm lit and you think I'm popping. And you literally said, I want to see what a